Hello.
Hello.
Oh, goodness, it's me. I've enjoyed this.
You're the problem?
I am the problem because I don't know what I'm doing. Tell ye what.
Does anybody know what they're doing?
Anyway, no, not anymore. Never did. Welcome to GutPunchRP. We are back, and it is every other Friday from some Friday that we last played. But yeah, we are back. We're playing some Dungeons and Dragons this evening, as with every evening. Not every, you know what I mean. But this game is called Fractured
Just
Peninsula.
loosen up and try again.
No, just edit that one out. Edit that whole one out. We'll just go. We're raising money for Doctors Without Borders. If you have a couple extra dollars, you can drop it into our Tiltify and be entered to win a swamp gas balloon, much like this swamp gas balloon right here. $1 equals an entry. Every dollar is an entry.
Donate $5. That's 5 entries.
Yeah, you know, each one counts, so you know the odds and things. Your odds are probably still pretty good right now. I don't know what the count is, but you could probably go check it out and maybe make sure the link's still working and donate $1 and get entered to win the balloon. Yeah, what else do? We're sponsored by an awesome local gaming store called Dungeonsgate. You can go to dungeonsgate.com. Yes? Is that correct? All right.
Yes.
And use the code GutPunchRP at checkout to get 10% off any items that are not already on sale. They are super fun, super inclusive little store, and you should definitely check them out and spend a few bucks there as well. And I think that is all we have. Yeah. We did sponsor, we did giveaway, and we're doing a show. So then we can jump right in and go ahead and get started on tonight's episode of The Fractured Peninsula. Awesome credits right there. White swirl thing. Alright, last time on Fractured Peninsula, the party is slowly making their way towards a pickup of some probably not entirely legal plants that they don't know much about, didn't ask too many questions, just needed a few bucks. It's an easy job, gets you out of town. But of course, it's D&D, so nothing went exactly as planned. They found themselves engaged with some bandits eventually after a hard day of journeying, and accidentally or purposefully, I guess purposefully because they were attacking you, killed Greg. Or Greg, may he rest. And then they got suckered into helping carry Greg's body back to town, which obviously was not a setup in any way, shape, or form. But they brought this body nicely back to Greg's cousin, kind of, probably, maybe, and head of a guild who needed help with something. And since you killed Greg, you had to help. He's a very important character. He's tying the whole plot together. So, you got sent into this basement, into the Underdark, and within half a second of stepping your foot onto the flat ground at the bottom of these stairs, you hear a high-pitched shrieking. In the pitch black. And it got worse from there when a couple of spectators showed up, and then initiative was rolled. You killed them, killed some mushrooms that were screaming, and went back upstairs. And that is where we find ourselves, with you guys pressed against this door, knocking and having it be opened as the light blinds you for a second. And you see the dwarven form of Bara, kind of arms crossed, wry smile on her face. It's a trail of smoke coming up from a lit cigar. Impressive.
You have a funny way of defining the word rat.
Well, scream, don't know what to tell you. I guess they got bigger.
And mutated into a different species entirely.
What am I, a biologist? I don't know what you want.
It's fine.
But you did me a good turn. And she starts, like, just waves over your shoulder and starts walking back to the front area, kind of down the hall and around the way. And just kind of, like, a few dudes are standing in the hall, clearly kind of, like, guarding, keeping an eye on you. Just each one sort of nods in a way where they're trying not to look impressed. A little impressed. And she sits heavily at this desk, laden with like a map that's rolled out and weighted on each corner. A much nicer map than you guys have, but essentially it's the map of the continent once again. And she kind of leans back, puts her feet up on the desk, motions for you to sit. There aren't any chairs directly in front of the desk, but there are some like stacked off to the sides.
Loves will start grabbing chairs for everyone who grabbed his own last.
She sort of just
I'll start to help
watches.
with that and struggle with just mine, and then give up.
Like the light folding chairs, just real sad. Sort of chuckles watching you struggle with that chair.
You
It's
can't
like,
figure out how to unfold it, like.
and you just
I didn't see. I didn't see the latch. Hold on.
just hear a little
I can
snap
stand. That's okay.
from like around the side. Like one of the guards who had been there comes up and just like opens the chair very easily. Kind of just takes a few steps back and goes and leans against the post that he had been leaning on a second ago.
Oh, sheepishly take a seat.
Y'all know you got a whole Underdark in your basement?
Oh, well, that's yeah, we fucking know we got an Underdark in our basement. That's why we're here. It's the whole town is over the Underdark, but you know the Underdark's under everything, so I guess the whole continent's over the Underdark.
It's just I've never seen a basement that has an Underdark in it.
Do you go in a lot of basements? You own everyone's basement, just snooping around?
No, just the ones I've been invited to.
I feel like that's weirder, but I like that.
I mean, you're basically the second one, but you did legitimately invite us into the basement.
So you've seen two basements, and one of them was connected to the Underdark.
Yeah, so I mean, 50. That means 50. I guess that means 50% of all basements are connected to the Underdark.
Yeah, I guess you'll just have to check more basements and get back to me.
Yeah.
Well, but you just made it sound like not everybody would invite you to a basement. So how would I go about doing that?
That was fun for a second, but now I'm just wondering if you're being serious with me. So,
She is.
Unfortunately.
She is. Yeah.
well, just kind of like looks and like narrows her eyes and takes the cigar out and like spits into like a copper pot off to the side. Looks back at you and goes, "It is amazing that you are alive."
You know, that's something my mom would say too.
Well, bless your heart, I guess.
That is also something my mama would say.
Looks at the rest of you and then looks at Gloves, deciding they look the most in charge of this group for, you know, roguey reasons. So are you all a crew? You looking for work? I know you're on a job right now, but with an empty cart seems a little inefficient.
In a certain manner of speaking. What are you offering?
Well, what kind of work do you do? You're looking for in-town work? Do you live here? I haven't seen you before, so I assume not, but we get new people every now and then.
We're from around. Listen, if you have a job, you can just ask us and we can say yes or we can say no. Doesn't really matter what it is.
Once again, she gives you a wry smile and goes, I like that. That's direct. Once again, not to make assumptions, but I assume by the emptiness of your cart, you're going out and coming back.
Mm-hmm.
I got some people coming in about 3 days, and then I will have a job. Takes you to the coast. On your way back with whatever you have, I'll have a small package, some to deliver.
I don't move body parts.
I wouldn't send a body. Well, maybe I'd send a body, but this isn't a body part. If that's the line, yeah, it's not a body part. But be just quick delivery, 50 gold. You're on your way anyway.
Gloves will look at the rest of their companions.
What part of the coast?
Question actually.
Oh, I need a goddamn map.
Pull up that map.
I didn't even pull up my own map. It's on the iPad. That one's easier. It was gonna be the town that's one over from yours, but I should probably look up names before I start doing the game. Nah, who needs it?
You gotta get that
Who needs
Lorelwind
preparation?
campaign setting. That's what you do.
Just making it up as we go. What is that?
That is the Lorelwind way.
I believe
Time honored tradition.
Balmara. It is to the north of Black Rock. You would know.
Okay.
Mm.
Is that all we get to know until we agree or decline? Or like who it would be delivered to?
Well, if it was on your way, it was more of I was giving it to you in addition to that. If you come back through and are actually willing to take anything towards the coast, we could discuss price further, but I'm not in the business of giving every detail to people who are just
Still
passing
in
through.
business.
We
That's
try.
fair. I mean, that's why I asked. That's fair.
Does Gloves or I know anything about that town that they mentioned?
You can roll me a history check.
I don't know a goddamn thing.
It's
Oh
you.
no.
Oh, that's something. All right. So you have read about this town. Malvar is a very old dwarven town, is how it initially started. It started above a mine that sort of fell through into the Underdark and connected a lot of different Underdark and dwarven sort of mining trade routes at one time. But overuse of tunnels, overmining, stuff collapsed. There was bridges and wars and trade stuff that happened that turned it into a town that doesn't do much mining, but now is a sort of trade hub for the center of the continent.
So it could really be anything that's in this package. By that logic, it could be pretty much anything.
Yeah. It could be, You don't
Right,
super
yeah.
know this person's business.
Yeah. Don't know what they primarily move.
Yeah.
Is the package bigger than a bread box?
So weird. No, it's gonna be like, I don't know, the size of a ring box, I guess.
Oh, then why were you so concerned about our cart?
I wasn't. I was using the context clues I gathered from the. She just like motions to someone off to the corner who just brings over like a flagon of beer and cups for everyone. Anyone want anything else?
This is fine. This is great. Thank you.
Alright, She pours herself one and then just kind of like puts it down and turns the handle towards you all for if you want it.
Will we need any specialty equipment to transport this, or should it be easy enough?
Should be very easy, especially if you keep it quiet. I'm looking for discretion, which maybe y'all look like you could muster.
If we accept, I'm sure we'll be fine.
All right, well, let me know on your way back through.
We will.
You're welcome to stay here. I mean, hang out for a bit. You should generally go because we're out of food.
Oh, then we will be going.
Insight check.
Go ahead and roll an insight check.
Oh god, what's this gal's stats? 21.
Oh, okay. That you gather that it's less that they are out of food and more that this is not an actual bar or tavern. This is their guild hall, and you can go now.
Makes a big show of like standing and like brushing off her skirts. It's like, thank you for your hospitality, and like loops her arm around Rains and like starts to head out.
Bugs will nod at them and also head for the door.
Right behind him.
Yeah.
As whoever is kind of like looking at her last, though, a very quick like flick of the wrist. Who's the last one out?
I think Liz actually is about to say something and then is like, maybe not, and is the last out.
And make me, we'll go with athletics check.
Thanks.
24.
Okay, your trained instincts sort of, your hand flies up in front of your face as you catch a bag of coin that she just chucked at you. It's payment for killing large rats / spectators and screaming mushrooms in the basement. And it's also just like, you know, a little test. She kind of nods at you. Leans back with her tankard of beer.
Just like runs to catch up with the rest of the group. Hey, y'all. She threw this at me with like absolutely no caution, no anything, just
I'm just gonna kind of
jingling it, Brandon.
I'm gonna grab the bag, stop it from jingling. Just kind of push that in her hand, just kind of closer to her. That. Maybe we don't flaunt how much coin we have. Just general rule of thumb.
You are prone
You
to
know-
being pickpocketed.
Yeah. if people know you've got something to take, they're probably gonna take it.
It's not very nice, though.
No, it's not. But there are people out there who aren't very nice, so it's kind of how it works.
Well, think about it like this, Liz. You've only been pickpocketed in 50% of the cities you've been in since you left home. And Gloves will like this like slow, like very snake-like smile and just go "Tss."
That is true.
Head back to
I'm
Cardinal.
surprisingly good at statistics. It is the one thing that I am good at.
That was surprisingly good.
So as you kind of walk out this side door to rejoin your donkey and cart, it has been kind of pulled to the side under an awning. It is now pouring rain out, and it's beginning to hit like dusk since you've done everything and killed spectators and killed a guy in the morning and then came here for like brunch or whatever. So you walk out, just hear the hard pounding of rain. There's a little awning directly above the door that extends down towards the mouth of the alley. There is one kid that's just kind of like sitting on the back of your cart, just like kicking their legs. They very much look like a little grubby guild kid. Kind of sharp eyes, immediately kind of catch on that this is your cart and this is who they're watching it for, and watch you walk up. And as you're walking up, you notice at the front of the cart, there's another little kid, a little tiefling with like curling horns, who's just scratching your donkey like it is a large puppy. And the donkey looks like very happy about it. The one on the back sort of slides off. Comes up to maybe mid-thigh on most of you. This is a dwarven child. Very wide, and goes, "So, y'all killed the things in the basement?"
Yeah?
Would they have let us leave if we hadn't?
Well, well, no, but maybe, what if... Eddie starts kind of like backing away and around towards the door the long way and goes, "But maybe you killed everyone inside."
Sure did.
Only one way to find out.
He looks like he doesn't really believe you, but he also is like, "I don't know what's going on. I'm maybe an 8-year-old." And so he kind of like backs his way around you as you guys continue to walk forward. The girl touching, like scratching the donkey, heard none of this and is just kind of like having a grand old time at the front of the cart. But here's your cart.
Yeah, we'll pack them up and battle on.
Alright.
Kind of nudge the kid who's scratching the donkey, kind of like nudge her along. Like, all right.
What's his name, though?
Shit, I found out his name last session. I don't remember.
You guys
It's Wilbur.
That sounds familiar. Wait. Because you said Baldur's Gate rules for speak with animals.
But you made up the name. He said that they just called it
I
donkey.
know. But I did cast it during this day, though. If
Yes,
I recall
that was
correctly.
this morning. Yeah, that was this
Yeah.
morning.
It's been a long day, guys.
It's been a real long day.
We need to sleep.
Yeah. We are at level 2. We did 3 combats in a day.
It hurt.
A lot. Yeah, but yeah, no, Mori will just kind of like, his name is Wilbur. Well, I mean, that's the name we've given him so far. He seems to like it. Okay, do you have a better idea for him?
Oh, I'm the one who has to do that. I don't know. That name seems kind of.
I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know about it. He didn't like when I asked him. He didn't really have a name that he preferred to go by. So just kind of came up with something on the spot.
Well, as long as he's okay with it, I guess. she sort of like scratches his face and also just like runs off, like no salutation of goodbye, just gone.
Oh, okay. All right.
Luck be with you.
With you.
And
Disappears
also
into the
with
door.
you.
Right. Not sure to respond to that one. Yes, but now you have your donkey, your cart, dusk in the pouring rain of a bustling trade town. There's still a lot happening on the street that you can see, like people moving back and forth, leading a lot of carts different places. As you walk out towards the street, assuming you want to do that.
What time is it?
Yeah.
It's dusk. It's like getting on to like 5-ish p.m.
I propose dinner, maybe some drinks, and a bed somewhere. An inn sounds lovely.
That all sounds great.
Audible tummy growl.
Like, judging at the size of Liz's bag, like, can I make an approximate guess, like, how much is in there? Assuming it's, like, silver.
Assuming it's silver, you would guess. I have to do math.
I mean, or if Triss gets a hold of the bag, she'll discreetly look and see how much is in there.
I mean, going on the street and just like shaking it.
No.
It's your call how you want to do it. You could be like, let me look in it. Let me just take this bag and look in it right now.
Has it already been squirreled away? I was kind of going off of the judgment of like.
No,
when-
it is literally still just kind of like as Maury pushed it into her hand, she's now just like got it like kind of secured.
Okay.
As if the jingling was the problem. And so she's trying to make it not jingle.
You want the bag, Triss?
Maybe. I mean, I want to be party bank. Give it to me.
Please let Amber be party treasurer, please.
Just like trying not to make any sound with it.
Trying to mimic you, but my hands are too tiny to go around your hands, probably.
As you pass the bag over, I hit the bag so it makes sound.
It's over the pouring rain and the bustle on the street. You all can barely hear the sound it's making.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, like, very discreetly, popping it open. Approximately, what are we looking at?
It is a bag of gold coins.
Oh, we can stay at an inn, guys. We're good.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, based on the weight, you would say at least 50.
All
You'll have
right.
to actually take a minute and open it to get a full count, though.
Mm-hmm. I will squirrel it away, tie it to an inner belt, and then discreetly close it over.
All right. It is discreetly somewhere on your person.
We can divvy that up when we get to a room, but I think we can definitely get 1 or 2 rooms and a nice meal.
Let's see what we can find.
Yeah.
When we walked into this village, did we see like anywhere that looked not like nice, but like
Yeah, you walked
Safe?
about
Not a shithole.
you walked the like equivalent of about like a block into this city. That seems to be like one very long sort of drag with a turn off on the other sides, like, you know, north, south, and east, west street seem to be the main things. This place has more inns than usual and sort of more stables than usual, and there's a lot of warehouses just because of the nature of this town. So there are places to stay ranging from flap houses to, you know, when very rich merchants stay, there is like one fancy hotel as well, but most of it is like pretty okay. There's enough money floating around here.
Can I
you-
smell food coming from any of them in particular?
Roll me a perception check.
Can I have advantage because it's food?
Sure.
Hell
Yes.
any
But not
bonus
really,
points for if a stable is attached to one of those, so we can park the donkey.
So it's a good smell of food and also a stable. That's
Yeah,
what
we're like
looking
typing
for.
in all the filters into the Google
Yeah.
Maps right now.
Yeah.
That's a
Um,
17. So.
17. Okay, yeah. You, as you kind of like step out into the street and there's a little bit more of like a breeze, there is food smells coming from quite a few different places. There's one bar that you can see that's up the street that seems a little bit more boisterous. There's like light pouring out. There is like a few carts tied up in front of there, and it does seem like they do have, maybe if they don't have an attached stable, they are having like a valet situation happen with the carts and the people that are staying the night. Directly across from you, it looks like it maybe is one of the more flophousey inns, kind of quiet, dark on the inside, but definitely does have a stable attached. Little sad wagons outside, definitely like the starter, we're trying to get our company going kind of inn. There's another one that you can see a little up the street as well that looks a little calmer. Everything on this street is fairly busy, so it's whatever you would like.
I mean, I don't know about the rest of the table, but I'm down with giving the startup some coin for an evening.
Sure.
Those will just point.
Start
the
confidently
way.
walking that direction. You know, I'm not entirely certain what you pointed at.
As you
I just follow and like.
Yeah. Just-
Redirect.
as you start walking and get closer, and are able to pick out smells a little bit more, give me one more perception check. See if you're still liking the quality of the food.
Oh, that
Guidance.
one is not as good. Oh, guidance. That one is exactly the same. 17.
17. All right. You are, as you get closer, it feels like a place where they make one stew a day. And that stew is like that thing where they just add the stuff to the pot every day.
Perpetual stew.
Forever stew.
And you know that you would spend no money here. And that's the draw.
Fine. Triss is already confidently walking this way. Gloves will say nothing. But
Damn,
the
not even-
judgment.
not
The
even
judgment has
street
begun.
All right, Triss is confidently walking in. And you walk in and push this door open. It like sticks a little bit. And sort of sitting inside, feet up on the counter, there is a lanky human with sort of gray, close-shaven hair and like the big U-shaped bald spot on top. He's smoking a pipe, and it's creating that very like acrid sort of cloud in the air. There's a few people sitting playing cards, just looking like they came off a long day on the road and are like just trying to relax. Very quiet. Smells a little weird. He stands up as quick as he can, and is like 6'3" and just like all legs. Welcome to the Tattered Sail. What can I do for you?
Hi. Do you have rooms and a stable space?
We have a stable space, and we have 2 rooms. One of them is so we have 1 room, and then we also have like the hostel area. We're mostly, the thing with the bunk beds in a room. So I mean, if you want to pay for the 10-bed hostel room, you could have a giant room of your own. That's because there's how many, and he's like proceeds to couch you. Yeah, you each get 2 beds.
That makes perfect
How-
sense. Yes.
Hold on.
Hold on.
How much is just a bed in the hostel kind of situation?
It
A bed
is
for the night.
5 copper a night for the bed.
That sounds good to me.
And a copper
about
if you
you all.
want the footlocker. And if you want water for washing, it's another copper. And then if food is 2 copper. And we have beer. I guess
Which is
water.
the single room.
Oh, the big room or the little room?
The single room.
That one is 5 copper for the night.
Could cram in a single room.
Is
Well,
it just the
well-
one bed in the single room?
Well, there's like 2. We can grab some more and put them in there. I don't know.
Let's
5
just
fit
each get a
just
bed. Let's just each get a bed in the hostel room. Keep it simple. Is that okay with everybody?
He sort of like is eyeing you all very confusedly since
I'm trying to do conversion over here. Hold on.
Quick maths.
It was how much? It was how much for water? It was 1 copper per water.
yes, but he's talking like to have water brought up for washing.
And then
not
3
like-
I'm
copper
just
for
gonna
food.
take out 5 silver.
Hit.
Because
And
it's 10
abacus.
copper to a silver. I'm just gonna take out 5 silver from my own and just like, okay, for all the extra stuff for each of us and whatever the rest, because it came out to, what was it, 9 copper a piece with everything?
5,
Including
6,
food,
and 8,
including
9.
bath.
It would be 14 copper
And a
per
trunk.
person because we'd be doing 2 beds. So it's 10 copper
Huh?
per bed. Yeah, because there's 10 beds in the room, and each bed is
Yeah.
5 copper. And
I
since we're
was
getting
saying
the
that
whole
we don't need 2 beds each though. We each need, I don't need more than 1 bed. I just need 1 place to sleep.
I assumed we were reserving out the whole room so we don't get strangers.
Tris missed the part where we were asking about the single bed in the hostel.
Oh, I thought you meant like single bedroom.
Oh,
'Cause it
no,
mentioned the
We
copper
asked about
beds.
both.
Okay.
We did ask about both.
We
What
asked
the hell
about
are we
both.
doing?
Yeah, well, it's 5 copper per bed in the hostel.
Whatever you think is
Okay.
fair. I'll
Okay.
get the big room ready. Do you need?
Okay.
We have food. You want the food?
Yes, please.
I'll bring food. I just sort of like scribble something down on a paper and lifts up a key and then realizes he's not handing you that key. And Martha! You just hear. It's just like trailing off of yelling as he goes into the pack and then comes back out with just like a mini keg of beer and sets it on your table and puts some like very beat up wooden tankards with it. We'll be right back with you. Oh, goes in the back. It's just more like yelling and like clomping up the stairs, clomping down the stairs. Someone else like opening a different door in the back and more just like muffled yelling. And a few minutes later, someone who you assume would be Martha comes out and you have bowls of stew. Once again, rough hewn wood. And like a very rustic sort of rough bread with it. Definitely made here. It has like a nice char on the bottom at least. And she sets it down. She goes, and we'll check back in momentarily. Like backs
Thanks.
away and just goes and
We're good.
Yes.
Thank you.
good. Goes back into the kitchen and
Trying to get this person out of here as quick as possible so that she doesn't witness Gloves like fixing it all with all
Big and go, gloves.
with the
As
slicers,
soon
like-
as the bowl is in front
Yeah,
of him, just
yeah.
like, just
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
care.
it has like the little film of grease on top. The bread is definitely like the best part of this meal. If you're eating it as is, but it is seasonable to your heart's content. It's like a sort of lamb pea situation.
While Gloves is seasoning, if there's no one else in the room, Triss will count the gold and divvy it up.
There are the two people who are like off in the kind of around the corner. They're around like a half wall. If
I will make sure that Liz is between me and them.
all right, roll. Let's say roll a sleight of hand check.
Oh God.
Guidance.
Guidance.
We'll just see.
Broad
We'll
shoulders.
just see.
Oh, brother.
Can I do guidance for myself?
Sure, you're setting yourself up. You're hiding, guiding, and hiding.
Can she get advantage because I'm
Back
broadening
check?
myself?
Sure. Sure.
Some exaggerated stretching happening.
Full flex.
22.
Just doing like the trap.
Ugh. Yeah, you're able to absolutely just like make little piles of gold as you're hiding behind Liz. And it is 100 gold that she threw a bag of at Liz's face. So, a little bit better off for getting hoodwinked into doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Real
So-
generous.
I will discreetly
20
give
gold.
each of you guys 20 gold.
Hell yeah.
Rain's gonna have you keep their gold.
I can do that.
I agree. It's pretty generous. I would
Yeah,
assume
we
this
probably
means
are.
They really want that package.
Yeah.
They were just really, really excited we took care of that giant rat for them.
Right. That was just a test.
Either way, we should sleep. We've been
Definitely. Yeah.
distracted. We should actually focus on our job tomorrow.
Yeah, then tomorrow we can get back to business, yeah.
It was an exciting day.
All right.
It was a long day.
That too.
It was this morning that we killed that guy.
I'm guessing it's a good sign then if your day starts off with murder?
A good sign of what?
Interesting things to come.
I guess? I guess. That's one way of looking at murder.
Are you sure you're okay, Chess?
Yes.
Mm.
Insight.
Yeah, insight.
All right.
Oh God. What am I doing?
Garbage.
21.
This
12.
Well, okay. Yeah. What were you trying to? What you hiding there, Triss?
I gotta tell you guys, I rolled a 7, but she has a -1 to all her charisma stats, so that's a 6.
Well, you're gonna give it up anyway, so I had a 21.
Yeah. She never would have gotten there.
Even my 12 got something there. Hell
Yeah.
She's definitely like a little shell-shocked, but is like being aggressively like optimistic because this is, you know, first time away from home and like first time trying to do the adventuring good job stuff, and it ended with murder. So it's like, but if we just keep trucking with positivity, we'll be fine. Goes then.
All right. Yeah, as you finish your well-doctored stew, maybe get like another basket of the bread though. That was good stuff. You are able to go up to your room after this guy comes down, very red in the face, panting a little bit, and hands you a key. He's like, first room at the top of the stairs. Is there anything else I can do for you this evening? New accent.
Is there a post office nearby?
Well, there's like a courier's office attached to the mayor's office, the guild hall. You can hire someone to run things. We don't have a organized postal system.
Okay.
All right. Good night. Then, like, backs away again and goes back into the kitchen. But yeah, your room is available at the top of the stairs, and it is a large room that he has now just put the 5 beds, like, not next to each other, but like in one side of the room, and has clearly pushed like everything else out of the way and put up like a very shabby little screen to try and make it look like presentable. You still have a ton of room. There's very simple beds. Maybe a little straw is gonna poke you at some point, but serviceable. That's fine. There's a basin. There are 2 basins of water, but wasn't doing that much work for you, so.
Cool.
And you are able
Maury
to...
immediately passes out. Second, his head is on the pillow. He is out.
Anyone have any secret night stuff they have to do?
Not so secret, but Triss is gonna go through and do her prayers and shit, set up a little mini tiny little altar and go through the works. Tick, tick, tick. Yeah.
I forgot Maury is gonna check on his plant before he goes to bed. I forgot about that. Yeah.
I feel like you collapse into the bed and like 10 minutes later groggily like made your way up and is like...
You're absolutely right.
All right.
He wakes himself up because he has a bad dream about that plant like dying or something. He's like, oh shit! Ah shit! Ah.
You right there, Maury?
Yeah. Just forgot to check on my. I'm okay. You all go to bed. It's fine. Carefully checks on his plant. And then,
how badly injured were you in that fight?
almost half health.
All right. So as you are like carefully pulling this plant out of one of the like side pockets of
The little water bottle holder. Yes.
yeah, the little Nalgene cup, there is the plant is sort of like lined up with like this dark splatter that sort of goes across your backpack, and as you're pulling it out, you notice that it does seem to have like just the very start of another set of leaves happening, but like babies. It's still a little leggy, but maybe it's getting somewhere.
Like in one of these fights, something like some blood spatter got onto the plant. It looks like. Is that what, like, based on like what's on the bag, like that stain? Is that kind of what you're saying? Like, is that what it looks like, or
is that what Maury's gonna put together?
I mean, take a closer look at whatever that dark spot that you said.
Yeah, roll me an investigation check.
I would love to. That is gonna be a 14.
Just imagine Maury slowly bring it closer and closer to his face.
You could guess that that is most likely some blood. There's a few other like spots just on your person and the backpack and your shoes and your stick that also have some blood spatters on them.
Yeah. Interesting.
Is your water bottle okay?
Plant's okay. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Doing a little bit better.
Really?
Than it was the other day. Yeah.
Maybe
Look, a couple. Like, I mean, like they're just sprouting. It's just like they're tiny, but like a couple new little leaves starting to come out.
Look at that! He's growing. He just had to get out of the city and get into some country air.
Maybe.
Maybe what?
Hold on, I need to roll this for myself, see if I need to decide if I'm gonna.
Guidance, no.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Lower than a 10, I'm gonna go for it. Above a 10, I'm gonna be smart.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, I rolled a 7. Okay.
Yes.
So, okay. Maury's gonna do the stupid and impulsive thing, and he's gonna like take like some like bandage like off on his hand, like, and like unbandage, like something that hasn't quite healed yet, and just kind of like squeeze the cut a little bit over the plant. Just get a little bit of it, just like one drop.
Little drop.
See.
All right. Just in the kind of same way that, like, it's a very small, like, seedling of a plant, it's just a little guy. So the blood sort of drops on one of those, like, starter round leaves that they have, and it just kind of bends the whole, like, little spindly stem of it over.
Yeah.
Healing word to you.
Oh, I'm okay. I'm gonna go to bed. It's all right.
You're bleeding all over the place. Why didn't you tell me?
Fine. But it's for the it's okay. It's okay. I can.
You
I'll, like,
heal for
wrap
8.
I'm like. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
That gets me back up to full.
Hey!
As the sort of droplet of blood in the plant's leaf touch the ground, the blood droplet falls off and the plant sort of springs back up.
Mm-hmm.
And for a moment, the blood just sort of sits on the top of this little soil. And then almost like unnaturally quickly, it sort of soaks in.
Huh. All right.
And the plant doesn't, like, change visibly at this exact second, but...
Interesting. All right. Well, I'll kind of... It seems okay. It hasn't, like, completely gotten dislodged from the pot, so I'll set it by the window so we can get some light in the morning, and then I'm gonna go to bed.
All right. As the moon rises, you're all able to get a long rest as the sounds of the city.
Spell slots.
Spell slots, spell slots.
Huzzah! Yep. You wake the next day to the sound of cartwheels on the road outside and shouts of people, like, packing up for the day and, like, getting going as early as possible. The inn itself is very quiet. As you have gathered, since they were able to give you a 10-person room, it's not particularly busy. As you wake up, is there anything you're doing this morning, or are we all just heading out?
Check to see if the plant did anything overnight before I put it back in the bag, but...
It really had any sunlight that was on its night cycle. It doesn't look any worse, that's for sure. Still got its little tiny pointy little leaf guys that are coming in, and it's working on it.
Honestly, the way that this thing has been just, like, wilting all, like sporadically all the time, like, this is improvement. So he'll just take it, put it in his bag, and then we can be on our way.
Mm-hmm. All right, and you come downstairs. Same lanky man, sort of sitting behind the desk this time, a little bit asleep. Hears the stairs creak and sort of does the same jump up and goes, any breakfast for you? We got bread and butter. Or you can still have stew. I mean, we still also have that, but I feel like that's not a morning thing.
I'll flip him a silver as a tip and ask for 2 loaves of Dale.
Absolutely. It goes in the back. And brings you, like, fresh, just finished being made bread. It's still warm, and just kind of is wrapped in a little bit of, like, D&D butcher paper, something he had in back already.
D&D logos embossed all around.
Right. Just burning to the top, artfully. It's like, and unless you're sitting for a bit, I'll get your cart.
Thank you.
And he sort of Ichabod cranes on out the side door and sets you up, and in a few minutes you just kind of hear the cart rolling along between the 2 buildings and coming out to the front.
While we wait, Gloves will take 1 loaf of bread, wrap it, like double wrap it in the butcher paper, put that in his bag, and sort of whisper to themselves and say, and then we'll take the same dagger that he definitely has stabbed people with before. And will like very quickly cut the bread into various like bits of triangle. He'll take some of the butter and some cinnamon sugar and a couple other things out of his spice pouch, and he'll pass everyone a piece of fairy floss bread.
Cinnamon sugar definitely overlooks the murder knife, so thank you.
What's that coppery flavor?
It adds iron. It's fine.
Then on to the cart with Wilbur.
Mhm.
Anyone need anything in town while we're here? Are we ready to hit the road to the Grove? We're still good on food supplies?
I think we're all right.
It's been raining. You've been able to get water. I'm just leaving the top off your barrel, so you're all set, really, unless you want to buy anything with your newfound wealth.
I'm
All
good.
right. So you are able to leave town through a door that lines up with your like destination a little bit better than the one you came out of, and there's no problem getting out of town. They assume you've spent money and are happy to see you leave and hopefully come back. As we are all getting ready, like we won't have you do condition rolls because you all slept in a lovely bed. But if I can have someone roll me a d20, please. Sorry.
I nominate Jess.
Whomston whomstever.
12.
Well, do. If I could find where I put this. All right. It is another gray and rainy day. Generally not as bad as yesterday. The roads are a little bit slower than you would hope to be moving, but aside from that, it's uneventful. Like this, just like they told you on the way, it should be pretty safe around sort of the population hubs. So you are able to make it pretty much a third of the way. You had about 3 days journey remaining to get to this grove, and you're pretty much on track. It's kind of hard to tell when night is falling, and it seems like it hits you pretty immediately. There is a little bit of tree cover, and you can set up your tent and try and stay dry, but it'll probably be not the most comfortable of nights.
We'll survive.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Who's looking for the campsite, though? Can I get a survival check from someone?
Sure, I'll go for it. What the heck?
All right.
Guidance.
Thank you. All right. Got the guidance on there. That's an 18 total.
18, all right. You are able to find sort of like a clearing in the center of the trees, a little bit off the path. You unhook the donkey from the cart and just sort of lead him in as well. The tent is able to stay drier in the shelter of the trees, and it has a little bit less crosswind, so you feel like you found a lovely camping spot. Starting a fire is a little bit tough tonight, but you are able to get one going between magic and druid stuff and more magic.
Druid craft. Let's go.
All right. And anything you are doing as you are settling in for the night? All right. Who is going to do watch this first night? I'm just going to roll it in for one person or one set of people.
Just can go.
All right.
Okay.
Are we doing individual rolls or one roll at advantage?
Triss doesn't mind rolling. How's
Go
Rain
for
feeling?
it.
All right.
Look, what's the worst that could happen?
Said the wisdom caster.
Yeah.
That is a 21, and in the event it failed, she's got a thing.
Okay. It's a quiet night. With the little bit of rain that's still falling, you kind of get the idea that everything is like a little bedded down and hunkered in. So yeah, you are watching through the night. Everyone's able to cycle through, and you get a long rest this evening. But you do wake up a little bit sore and a little bit cold. And so we'll start with individual status rolls.
Oh no.
Oh,
no.
All right.
Bummy.
Let's go ahead and start with Maury.
Oh no. Okay. I got a 12.
All right. Yeah, you're just a little bit like, oh man, I wish I were still in that shitty inn. But you're fine. And then we will go with gloves, please.
9.
9. All right. Also fine. A little bit sore. Kind of wishing you were a little bit more hot-blooded right now. And then we will go to Lizarath.
4.
Oh, goodness gracious. All right. So you are just going to... You're having a hard time getting going this morning. You slept on a rock. There was just a drip of water coming through the tent and hitting you in the face all night. You were rolling over here, rolling over there. Will you roll me a... What's that? D6. Sorry.
4.
I feel like you're working on a theme today.
Okay. All right. Good to know. Good to know. I wish I had neater handwriting. Okay.
That's not ominous at
All
all.
Coming from there, we are at Rain. Can you give me a D20 roll?
13.
13. All right. You are just a little bit wet and cold, but you are fine. And finally, Triss.
Natural 20.
Natural
What the
20. All right. I mean, well, you canceled what happened to Liz, so. Hey.
I feel like she noticed, like, Liz waking up sore and, like, trying to be helpful, like, immediately starts bandaging her up and accidentally helps whatever is, like, sore with her.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like athletic tape a little bit. You're like, oh, man.
Okay. Okay.
Definitely feeling it today. All right, so you guys are able to like sort of prop each other up and get through the morning, getting some tea, and you having a little bit more of that bread, maybe. I don't know. So then somebody besides who did it yesterday, please give me the daily travel roll.
Dibs.
Alright.
18.
18? Oh, okay. Yes, you the sky is beginning to clear up a little bit today. It is less rainy. The sun is starting to peek through in that sort of like sad little fall spring sort of way. But yeah, you are able to make it another night. And you find maybe you find a camping spot. Someone look for one for me.
Can
It's
it
a survival roll.
Can it be the same person, or do you want a different person?
Yeah, sure. This is not the one that I care about.
Thank you. Let's do it. Okay. It's not quite as good as yesterday, but that's all right. That is still a 16.
16. All right. Once again, you are able to find a nice little place that's this time like in an overhang near some rocks. Or under an overhang near some rocks. So you're kind of like back against some stuff, able to set up the tent. The tent is even able to dry out a little bit. And then as you are just setting up and drifting off, who or what pair do we have doing watch this evening?
I can take
I'll
watch.
take watch.
Let's do
All
it.
right. Are you individual rolls or someone an advantage?
I'll help you out. I can't see in the dark, so.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a
no.
good reason. That's a good reason for you to do it. Okay. And also, I mean, there's probably nothing out there.
Oh no.
I
no.
got a 9 at advantage.
A 9 and probably okay. Okay.
I don't see anything.
You feel like something is watching you. You just get this like impression through The darkness, no moon, no stars under the like thin clouds. Feel like just out of range. If the light was a little brighter, you would maybe see the glint of eyes.
But no, nothing happens this evening. You're fine. It's totally fine.
You good?
And you awaken refreshed. Alive.
We survived
Did it.
against all odds.
Just bump this up. Oopsie daisy, there we go. All right. So this should, in theory, be the final day of your journey. You're checking the map. You wish you had one that was a little bit better, maybe a little bit more to scale. But there's still a road to be followed, so you feel like you're doing A-okay. So we will go ahead and once more do the individual status rolls, starting with, we'll go the opposite direction, Triss.
Why did I switch dice? That's a 10.
That's a 10. All right. You are still okay, just scraping by. All right. And then we're going to go Rain.
11.
11. Ooh, also, you and Maury just kind of like wake up, sit up at the same time, look at each other.
Hair's going in every direction. Like, Triss definitely rolled into your space at some point and stole some of your blanket.
On
Take
brand.
your blanket, and yeah, you two are able to get up and get your day starting to roll. Liz, what did you get?
15.
What was that?
15.
15. Okay. You're doing better than them. You are feeling good about everything that's happening today. Little weak sun that's peeking through is really warming your soul.
That vitamin D.
A very weak vitamin D. What'd you get, Gloves?
6.
6. All right. And then we'll go with Maury. What did you get?
I got a 9.
9. You are woken by being stepped on by Triss.
Ow!
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you there.
That was my leg.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Starts trying to bandage it. Doesn't do a
I'm
great job.
okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Are you bleeding?
Not- No, I'm not bleeding. Just probably gonna have a bruise there later. It's fine. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. I'm okay.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
All right. So, where my thingy? D, can I have you roll me a? I
Oh,
want
no.
to say D8. I'm sorry.
She's got the book.
I got a book.
The
Boy,
book is here.
book time.
That can't mean
doomed.
anything good.
It's fine. It's just a little.
I don't
little
believe you.
guy. Yes, please roll
It's
a
Amber's
D8.
fault if it's,
It's
bad.
Amber's
Okay.
fault.
Listen,
That
Kai loves
is-
random charts. What will she love? A book of random charts.
Amber!
It's fair. It's fair. That is a 2.
A 2. All right. So you all set out for the day. That's everyone. Do we have anyone else? No, we get everyone. All right. So then, someone give me that daily travel roll.
All right, so me and Jess are safe from elimination on the island.
Wreck.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Eliminated.
A 5.
A 5. Lord in heaven.
Hell yeah.
Roll me a D20.
Another one.
Yeah.
Set 4. I can
Oh,
read.
Okay. Will you roll that one more time? I'm sorry.
9.
Okay, all right. So, what is going on today is you start out, you're feeling confident. It's a nicer day than it has been. You get to a fork in the road. You look at the map. You look at the map again. Like one's going west, one's going kind of northwest. Just take a guess. And you walk for about 4 more hours. And you get to like a swampier area, like something that is just, it starts to get squelchier and squelchier under your feet, and it starts to have that thing where the trees are looking a little bit dead. I'm going to need everyone to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
Me.
Okay.
Is this perhaps to avoid the poisoned condition?
Maybe. It's
Okay.
it's not like something you would roll at advantage from for that though. That's the question.
It's on the snipe.
All right. You are okay if you rolled above 11.
Like that.
18.
Squeaking
So-
by with a 12.
So just Triss is what's is going on, right?
No,
Six.
no. What happens if you?
Oh,
roll
no.
11 out of curiosity.
It's just a little guy. Okay. You are going to take points of poison damage as you just feel something sort of bite you under the collar, and you start to get like a little like too hot. And then I'm going to need you to roll me a d20, please.
What'd you get, Amber?
I rolled a 12. What'd you get?
Oh, I got a natural one.
Oh, okay.
No. Oh no.
See. Bye. See.
These are weird diseases. I should have read this first. All right, I'm going to.
We're
You
diseased?
both. What?
Disease?
No,
I was
no,
about to cast detect poison and disease. What's going on? What the hell?
Oh, we'll give you both the same disease. It's fine. They're flies. Okay, so both of you just kind of wherever you're bitten, it starts to do that thing where it like swells, gets really like big and red, and sort of starts to like warm and get a little veiny around it. And for the next 2 days, you will have the poison condition.
Oof.
Ooh.
It's you know, I'd find a real disease, but we're just gonna call it that. It's a disadvantage on stuff because you have like a very bad reaction to these midge bites. Less than an actual poison.
Fantasy malaria.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's light malaria. Sorry, fellas. Yeah, but it's like detecting disease. You can see that they pretty much have just like a bug-borne illness that clears up on its own for the most part, but it is not a fun like 48-hour fever situation.
All right, so it's the normal poison condition for 48 hours, right?
Not
Yes.
Maury digging through his bag for like fantasy quinine to treat
Yeah.
this fantasy malaria. Like,
Yes, it's disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. So, like exhaust.
Okay.
So that is the condition you have picked up from these bug bites.
it would, if before bed, if I still have the energy for it, I can probably fix whatever those bug bites gave you. But it's if as long as we don't run into anything too bad today, then I can probably fix that.
If you can fix one of us, get gloves.
No.
No. Get gloves. I buff people. It's fine. Triss will be
I
fine.
guess that's true.
She's just dramatically leaning on Rain.
It takes a whole spell slot to do it, is the problem.
I know. I'm telling you, mechanically, Triss is not that bothered by this.
Oh, I know.
She's just milking it at this point. I don't feel well. I'm hot.
Not the man flu.
As you sort of traipse through, for like another hour, you give it a good try. You realize you might have cut a little bit too far one direction. You're seeing like hills that you aren't 100% sure you should be seeing because you were supposed to go like between two lakes. And as you kind of reach a slightly higher ground, you look over and see one of the lakes and kind of look back behind you a little bit further, and then you see the other lake in the distance.
Oh, shit. Were we supposed to go the other way at that fork?
Yep.
Oh.
There was a fork?
In the road.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, let's go back, everybody.
Oh.
And you are beginning to reach the end of a day now.
Nice.
You know, just one extra day of travel.
Great. When we make camp, I'm gonna cast Nature's Balm on both of those two.
Thank you.
I find my fantasy quinine.
Maury's just
that
desperately
is
searching
true.
the whole day. Like, I know it's in here somewhere. One of these
Exactly.
bags.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'll cast that on both of you, and so I mean, we haven't been injured really, so the regaining hit points is kind of beside the point. But you are cured of any poisons or diseases. So.
Yay! Thank you.
All right. Yes, that will clear bug disease for sure. So you all kind of end the night tired and angry that you went the wrong direction for most of the day. But you feel a little better.
Just stares at fire. Just like, oh god, someone else has to make food.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure something out. We're fine. We'll be all right. Yeah. We'll get there tomorrow.
Adventuring is fun.
We're all doing great.
All right. Who is keeping watch this evening?
Triss
Going
can
to
go.
fucking sleep. I feel like shit.
I feel like Triss is the opposite when you get like they get that sudden burst of like I'm gonna be up for 24 hours.
Go to sleep.
She's got the zoomies.
Yeah,
She's
go to
staying up.
I'll do watch. I'll do watch and then I'll go to sleep.
Let's do watch too.
Okay.
All right.
See,
So we
Liz says
do.
I can do watch. I'm gonna do watch.
An authority
Alright.
for sure.
Okay.
Going to bed.
Are we
So.
doing together or someone at advantage?
Triss has
I
night
would love
vision.
to give Triss advantage.
Thank you.
Human squad, let's go.
Okay, that one's a little better. Could I have guidance mess? Oh wait, no, guidance is only for men. Never mind. That's a 16.
16?
Yep.
All right.
And if it
Yeah,
fails, I can add a thing.
you are up on this hill. It is another night where it's, a little overcast, but still drying out. You are just looking out at this beautiful view. You can see somewhere way off in the distance, there is like a single sort of light twinkling in this one part of the lake. And you wish that you had gone the right way, because that's probably where you were supposed to go.
Liz.
Yeah.
There's a light, like right that way. And it's like gonna like take your head and like adjust. Guidance. And then adjust.
Enhance.
Yeah.
Over at the Frankenstein place.
But yeah, you are able to make it through the night. You see that little light on the lake where you're supposed to be going. And you awaken the next day, safe and sound.
Okay, Maury, I think I saw where we're supposed to go. It was that way. And she's gonna point like directly across the lake where it is. It was a really bright light when we went to bed.
All right. Okay, cool.
It's, it's at a bit of a tangent, like, a triangle is what's happening here. So if you go straight where Triss is pointing, it's not on a trail, but it's towards the lake. Otherwise, you're going back and then...
Well, the cart will probably have an easier time on a trail.
Yep.
But
I kind of want to get there now. So you're saying there's a shortcut?
well, I mean, like technically, yeah.
I mean, that sounds like a yeah.
But and then Maury just gestures to the cart. Have you ever tried pulling a cart through the woods?
No.
Or through mud?
No. Why is it
It's
hard?
not fun.
Why is it hard?
Okay, Elwoods. I mean, what do you all think?
We are late, so making it time makes sense, but
Yeah. But then also there's the possibility of, like, cart breaking down and all of that and then it taking longer if we go that way. I don't know.
Let's just go the lake.
I think that's probably a good idea too, yeah.
Safety first.
Sorry, Triss.
Crestfallen.
Need this. So let's travel roll. Someone travel roll me.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
That's a 10.
A 10. I don't think about that.
It's double digit. Double digit is good.
Hope
It's a
that's
double
okay.
digit.
Hope that's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
at least double digits.
That is. It is a fine day. You make it back to the top of the fork and turn around it and make it like 4 more miles down that way and then start looking for a camp for the night because it is about that time again. But now, if this is the right trail, you're only about a day away.
You said that yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Are we there yet? Hey, it's not my fault that your old was
So help me, I will turn this cart around.
All right, so that was the day back, and we'll do one. Hopefully, only one more watch. Who's taking this last watch?
I did it last
I
night.
can do it again.
I'll go again.
All right, rolling at advantage or separately.
I will give you advantage again.
Dude. Ooh!
Hmm?
I don't know why I rolled again. The first one was a natural 20.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, yeah, it is a quiet night once again, and you hear owls. The stars are starting to come out about midway through the night as the clouds finally clear up a little bit. There's a breeze that comes through about midnight that's a little bit like warmer, like you can tell it's going to be a nicer day just generally tomorrow. And you all are able to make it once again through the night.
Hell yeah.
and then we will set out our final day of travel, probably. Hopefully. Come on. I believe in y'all. All right. And back on this new trail. All right. Back on this new trail, we will once again do our travel or the individual status rolls.
Ooh.
Let's go. Let's go.
Ooh.
Better roll than yesterday. Well, that's something.
All right, Tris, what'd you get?
7.
7. All right, and Rain.
12.
Oh, okay. Lizrath.
7.
Hey!
Great job. Gloves.
I love how I always know exactly how well Jess rolled by the giant smile on her face. Ever since, like, oh, it was shit. I rolled a 2.
Yeah. Okay, Maury, what'd you get?
10.
Double
Is it
digits.
10? Okay. Okay. Let me just open this guy up again.
I regret
no.
nothing.
All right. Can I get
about that too?
D8 roll from Gloves one more time?
Sure can. That's an 8.
That is an 8. Okay, then we're back to that one, and hit me with a D20 roll, please.
Jeez. 4.
No.
So many steps.
What's that reaction? I don't trust that.
I'm gonna have you roll again. This one just doesn't make sense because of the weather situation. So
Now
like,
you say it at least. So
Yeah, we
know
gotta
if
know
did
now.
no,
Yeah, what
No.
did we dot?
no,
Ah!
I got a 5.
a
Fey
5.
portal
Okay.
opens up. Gloves goes to the Feywild.
Damn it.
Not
All
again.
right.
Tornado sweeps through.
What are you guys? How many of you are there? That many?
It's a twister. A twister.
We'll go with that screen. Okay. Okay. All right. So as you guys are like moving along the trail, there's places where it like narrows and goes to like cart track or just like a single cart path. And there's a place where it's like you kind of find yourselves having to split and go around with some other people who are carting themselves the other way. They just kind of give you a nod, continue on their way. But as you're coming back onto the trail, they're about 100 yards off. Rain, your foot hits a rocky patch on the side of the road and you slide down a little bit. And you catch yourself, you think you're good, and then you just notice that you're starting to slowly sink. And you are within a few seconds about up to your belly button as you are sinking into quicksand. Oh,
Rain is
Sure.
or Gloves?
Rain, sorry.
Okay.
Triss is immediately going to try and grab your hand.
Yeah,
seeing
yeah.
this.
Trying to,
No, because like, okay, when I first start sinking, actually, you know what? No, I'm not sure if I can do that.
I'm at least going for a rope to like toss you a rope.
Yeah,
like,
no.
If nothing
No worries.
else.
Liz is
Like,
going in and like is handing over the blunt side of the spear.
Emboldening
is going
blonde
to-
on Liz and Rain the minute she sees you doing this. So D4 every round.
And then I will, like, if Rain will grab on, Liz will pull.
Yeah, I'll grab.
All right. I guess then, Liz, please make me a strength check.
Strength or athletics?
Athletics.
Add a D4 if you want.
That'll be 17.
Yeah, with next to no trouble, you just kind of start backing yourself up the hill and just pull Rain right out of this quicksand. You are sort of like caked in gross, weird sand stuff up your belly button. But you made it out. And you're fine.
Hmm.
All right.
You're
I don't know what
okay.
I don't know what I did to deserve this.
That came out of
Oh.
nowhere. There's quicksand out here?
I mean, like any kind of areas that have like a lot of like wetlands and that kind of marshy sort of areas can be prone to that kind of thing. So I mean, we did pass some marsh yesterday, so.
It just always seems like one of those things you were warned about in your childhood and you prepared for and worried about and you were never, ever, 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 ever going to encounter.
Yeah, you know, I did think I would run into more quicksand as an adult than I have.
Uh-huh. She's like trying to like wipe some of the quicksand off of you. Wraps you in a
Anyone
towel.
who's proficient in nature? Maybe a nature check? Anyone?
Yeah.
No.
Hell no.
Go.
City girl.
That's trash. That's a trash roll. That's a 6 total. Goodbye.
Damn.
That's D20. Let's see you
Yep.
later.
This is definitely
Good.
the only patch of quicksand around here for sure. Just what an anomaly.
Yep. Definitely won't be any more at all in this as we go forward.
I feel
This
like
is it.
Maury in his head is like, you know what? It's marshy. We ran into a lot of wet patches last year. It makes a lot of sense. There would be quicksand out here, and does not investigate whatsoever.
Oh no, not at all. Like we passed it back. It was back there. It's probably like we're not gonna run it anymore. Like we're probably at the tail end of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we're
probably it. Yeah.
fine. We're totally fine.
Which just a little snafu for the day, and you are able to continue on your way, making it through the woods, which towards late afternoon, early evening, the trees start to do that thing where it's like right around the trail, they just are kind of forming this almost tunnel-like canopy over the top, and it just is like a little bit darker and has that sort of moody element to it. Every now and then, as you look off the side of the trail, you kind of see a whirl in the like fog that's kind of skirting along the ground. And you walk as it continues to get dark. You can hear very faintly to one side the sort of lapping of water in the lake that you know you have to be close to, but you can't see. And then ahead of you, there is a light. So, yeah. Like a warm, golden sort of light that looks like it could be from some sort of bigger than a campfire. It seems to be like it's from a building, probably. And you would guess maybe it's the light you saw across the lake.
That's the light. That's the light right there. We're going in the right direction. It's getting bigger.
Okay. All right. Okay. No, I want to wait to do this until we're closer.
It could be a temple. It could be a house. Maybe a really
About
small
how far are
town.
we from this light right now?
Through the trees, which are very dense, making it like hard to pinpoint it. You would say within 100 yards.
Okay. Cool.
So there's the trail is still winding. You're losing it a little bit in the falling darkness. But as you continue and get a little closer, the light gets a little bigger, a little brighter. Every now and then, you're maybe hearing like a tinkling of laughter or music. And then when you're about 50 yards away, just like a waft of very faint, but like delicious, just the smells of like roasting meats and vegetables with like just an undercurrent of some sort of like sweet desserty thing. Comes like straight down the trail as though it was looking for you.
Audible tummy growl.
And you go about 10 more yards, and just at the end of the trail, you see what looks like an inn.
Beds. Beds for bed. Beds.
Does any of this area look like what was described to us when we were setting out? Like as like this glade that we're looking for these where these plants grow? Like
This, as you sort of like maybe like hunch and pause for a second looking at this beautiful visage in front of you. In the light, you take out the note that they gave you and the like little shitty map, and you look at it. and do the thing where you tilt it towards that
Yeah.
little bit of light coming towards you. And they mentioned there is an inn that you will stop at right before you get there, because you're
Okay, cool.
generally speaking, this sounds like a place that you shouldn't be going into at night.
Yeah.
They gave you that vibe.
Triss is, unless someone like physically grabs her, she is walking to the door like she is done. She wants a bed. There's nothing suspicious about this place whatsoever. She's going for the front door.
I will.
I think like Maury's like reading the note like as everybody else is walking away, and then like looks. I was like, oh shit.
I will at least put my hand on your shoulder before you walk all the way off.
Okay, I'll stop with that.
You kind of stop just as you're reaching the edge of the forest around the inn, and like it opens into a fairly nice clearing. It has its own sort of crossroads coming through, and the trail you're on is kind of the smaller one. There's another like larger one that kind of looks like it goes around maybe what was that smaller lake. It looks perfectly normal. It looks well kept. It looks like it has like a lovely garden around it. There is a merry curl of smoke coming from the chimney, that delicious smell, and every now and then you hear a guffaw of laughter or a giggle from somewhere inside. And with Triss's hand on the door,
Beds.
that's where we'll take our break. Beds.
Yo,
All
look me in
right.
the face and tell me if you had not been camping in the woods for a week.
No, yeah, no, you're
like-
absolutely right. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so we are going to just take a quick little break, and we're going to come back and see what is inside of this totally normal inn.
Totally.
So we will be back here in just a few moments. If you are catching us on YouTube, we will see you in about a week. But yeah, otherwise, stick around, and we'll see you in a few.